So with 3 rounds of the Six Nations already gone, I'm pretty sure Andy Farrell will have a lot of these names already inked in, and there might not actually be that many spots up for grabs. So I'm going to go through how I see it at the moment. I've been tracking it every round with the categories for each team of where I think they're at and if they go up or down. So I'm going to simplify it now. I'm going to make a bit of a short list in 3 categories: strong contenders, possibles, and bolters. So who are going to be the Lion Kings? Who's going to be the captain as well? How are these battle lines being drawn up? So welcome to this video supported by Sports News Blitz. So at Loosehead, I think it's a fairly simple picture. Andrew Porter is going to be going. He's the outstanding candidate. And then in another band below them, I think you've got Scrum and Genge. So that looks like the 3 at the moment to me. I think that Gareth Thomas, Nicky Smith of Wales have been doing fairly well. Rory Sutherland has had a bit of a comeback, and Finn Baxter's a promising guy as well. But I think Porter, Scrum and Genge, that's how it's shaping up there. Hooker, I can't see past the 2 Irish hookers. I really think Sheehan and Kelleher are going to go, and then it's a bun fight for 1 place, and that's going to be really interesting. The veteran Cherries come back and look good for Scotland. Ashman's had his cameo roles. Luke Cowan-Dickey's been starting for England and been okay. George has come on for the bench for England and looked pretty good, and Dee could be an outside bolter potentially, but Sheehan, Kelleher and 1 more, I think. Now at Tighthead, I think it's a straight 4 into 3. These are the 4 guys in the frame: Xander Fagerson, Will Stewart, Finlay Bealham and Tig Furlong. Furlong hasn't played, but of course Andy Farrell knows him very well, so I'd be amazed if he didn't go. So which of those 3 go? I think you could do a toss-up out of any of them, to be honest. Furlong, I think, would go. Stewart's been very impressive as well. Maybe Bealham, Xander Fagerson. I don't know. I'd go Fagerson, Stewart and Furlong at the moment, but that's a really good 4-way fight. Let me know if you think someone else should be in there. Second row, I can't not see Maro Itoje going. Could even be the captain potentially. That would be a bit of a shout, but I think it would go to an Irishman. Joe McCarthy's proven how annoying he is, how big and strong, great through them all. That physical presence you're going to want. Tadhg Beirne, if he's considered as a second row, would go as well. Maybe he'll go in the back row, maybe he'll be a utility, but those 3 I can't see not going. And then it's a drop down. We've got James Ryan, we've got George Martin, Ollie Chesham and Grant Gilchrist. David Jenkins maybe a bolter if he has an amazing final 2 rounds, but probably not. So those 3 and maybe 1 or 2 more depending on how Tadhg Beirne is viewed. Now unsurprisingly, back row is always hotly contested. I'm not going to go into balance of the squad too much. The guys that I just can't see not going are Doris and Conan, the number 8s from Ireland, Van der Fleer, the open side from Ireland. Tom Curry has been amazing at 6 if he can stay fit. I think Ben Earl's been amazing and Jack Morgan's been amazing, and then Ritchie has come back as well, Jamie Ritchie, and been phenomenal. So you could actually just take that lot there, and maybe they do take 7 and Tadhg Beirne covers as well. But then underneath that you've got Peter Imani, Ben Curry, the Willis brothers, even though obviously Jack is playing in France and not in the Six Nations. Darge Dempsey and Fagerson, the 3 Scottish guys, have been very good, and Faletau's come back into the picture. And then some outside shouts in Baird, Laws and Raphael, and Baird and Laws being versatile could go as bolters, but I think those top 7 there are really, really strong. At scrum half, there is 1 guy out in front, and that is Gibson Park. Assuming they take 3, I think it's then a bit of a bun fight between the 3 below, Mitchell, White and Murray. It may be depending if Steve Borthwick lets Alex Mitchell play his natural game and he shows his real strength in his running game. White's been a fantastic all-rounder, and Murray incredibly experienced and always does well for Ireland, doesn't seem to be dropping off. If George Horne gets given more of a chance for Scotland, he could come into the picture as well, but it really is Gibson Park and 2 others. 10s is fascinating. How many will go? Will it be 2 plus a versatile guy, or will it be 3 straight out? Would Marcus Smith be seen as that versatile guy potentially? Finn Russell hasn't been perfect. He's made some mistakes, missed some kicks at goal, but he's the experienced guy there, unless you call back an Owen Farrell or even a Dan Biggar. That would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? So Farrell could come into the mix, but because there's other options that are playing at the moment in the tournament for their nations, I don't think he goes. Prendergast has got all the talent. Again, not perfect, but he looks so silky smooth. Finn coming into it, and if he gets more good reps for England and gets to showcase his amazing attacking play and playing flat to the face of the line, then he could go. And Marcus Smith is an amazing attacking player if he's allowed to do so. So it's probably 3 out of those 4 or 2 out of those 4 and a flexible guy. Centres wise, I see 3 definitely going Aki, Hugh Jones and Tuipulotu, even though Tuipulotu is injured, and then maybe one or two others. Henshaw can play 12 and 13, that helps. Ringrose was playing very well, he got that red card, which doesn't help. Lawrence has been very dangerous for England, maybe not the quickest on the drift, etc., but a power guy. If, say, Aki or Tuipulotu got injured, I think he could get in there, but at the moment it's going to be tough. So those three, plus one or two others. Jordan could be considered as a versatile guy. McDowell's been very good for Scotland, and if Llewellyn has two more good games for Wales, he could be a bit of a dark horse. Onto the wing, and Lowe, Freeman, Van der Merwe and Graham are in pole position. Graham has been injured or had a head injury, so he didn't play in the last round, but he was phenomenal so far. Van der Merwe is just that big beast. He's not the clever player like Freeman or Lowe is. He kind of just me smash, me run, but that's very effective. Lowe, obviously the kicker and the power. Freeman, very versatile and showing his big power now. Faye Boso has been mucked around for surgery-wise. He was going to have surgery, then he wasn't, now he is, and it probably is going to be too late for him. But if he does come back fit and has a game or two for extra, maybe. Hansen's just dropped a touch, and then there's a number of other guys who are very talented, but I think it's going to be a long shot for them to get in there. So those four, it could be just those four, plus one more, plus a versatile potentially. Fullback seems pretty straightforward. Hugo Keenan and Blair Kinghorn, the two outstanding candidates, and you could have Kinghorn covering 10 as well, so you might just have 2 10s if that's the case. Osborne's very promising. Blair Murray's had a good run for Wales. Marcus Smith, if he's played as an attacking fullback, is an option. Freddie Stewart, if you want a big catching fullback, then he's an option, but it probably just will be Keenan and Kinghorn. And there will be a space or two, I am sure, for a utility player. And pole position for that is Tommy Freeman. I think he's probably number 1. And then Jordan, I think, maybe number 2. And Marcus Smith, number 3, potentially. And those other guys could do it as well. Dobby for Scotland is a really interesting one. A 9 who can play wing, which is fairly rare. So there are some outside shouts there, but I think Freeman has probably got the strongest shout of the lot. So let me know what you think about how this Lions squad is shaping up. I'm not putting the whole thing together yet. Just talking about which spots are locked down at the moment and how many. Just talking about which spots are locked down at the moment and where the battle lines are. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Pop them in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time.